2 here, back for another episode of my TARDIS tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a directional control for the TARDIS, and how to tie that into our platform from last week's episode. So yeah, let's begin. Right now the TARDIS is facing north, and you can tell that if you want it to go in your F3 screen. So in the second chunk of text on the left side of the screen, you can see that we are facing north right now. And that's the direction the TARDIS is facing, which is very easy to tell when we have the resource pack exterior on, because that faces the same direction as the armor stand. But yeah, let's get right into the feature. So if we head inside, this is a new interior, but point is, we come over here, and we have this new repeater, and if we click this, now our landing trajectory is set to east. And if we wanted to go outside and just check out what that has done, you can see that we've actually exited to the side, and now the TARDIS is facing east. If we look, it now says right here, facing east. So if we head back to the side once again, and we go down and click this one more time, we'll be facing south, so to the back of where we were initially. And if we set it again to west, we'll be facing the opposite of where we were just now. And lastly, if we place it to north, we'll be back where we were at the beginning, as you can see. And if you did want, you could make this work only when you're dematerialized, but I made it work if you're materialized as well. So how does this all work? Well, because this is related to the platform, I put it in the same room here. You can see we have this directional area right here, just these command blocks and running into these. So let's start right here. This, I believe, is north. Yes, it is. So basically, we are executing if that block, which is the repeater, at its own coordinates, is a repeater. And then you don't really need facing or powered, but you can put those optionally. But the thing you definitely need is a delay. So you're testing for a delay of 1. It doesn't really matter which delay you correspond with which direction, but in this case I've just done north, east, south, and west in that order. So yeah, if it does detect the repeater on the delay of 1, it'll activate this comparator, and then it'll activate this command block here. And this one is doing execute as at E, name equals TARDIS at S. And then it's doing run TP at S. And then tilde tilde tilde, meaning at its exact relative coordinates. And then the important thing here is these two, which control the rotation of the armor stand. And in this case, I've set it to 180. Now, these degrees are not relative to where the armor stand's already facing. They are objective degrees in the world. If I wanted to add a tilde to those like that, then it would be relative to where the armor stand currently is. So it would turn it 180 degrees from wherever it's facing in that moment. But if I don't have the tilde like this, then it'll just teleport it not relative to anything, it's just objective degrees. So north is always going to be 180. And right here I've just got a message saying landing trajectory set to north. You can make that chain conditional always active, or you can even just do an impulse one for this, it really doesn't matter. But yeah, let's just show you some of these others. They're basically the same thing, so for a delay of 2, this should be east, I believe. And east is 270 degrees, but otherwise it's the exact same command. And yep, that is indeed east. This is delay 3, so this should be south. And south is 0 degrees, which makes sense because it would be the opposite of the 180 degrees of north. And yep, that is south. And over here, this is delay 4, and this is 90 degrees for west. So that's really all there is to that. Now, how does it tie into the platform feature from last week? Well, you might have noticed that there are 4 command blocks here, when I really only showed you how to use 1, and that 1, I believe, may have been this one. It doesn't really matter, they're all basically the same. But we have execute as the platform at S, if they have the score, if they have an available air block. But then the part I didn't show you is that we're also testing for the repeater from this week's episode. And we're just testing for the 4 different delays. That's why there's 4 different command blocks. The shulker is being summoned in the same direction of the TARDIS, so whatever direction control you have set, you would test for the X or Z direction that that corresponds to, and then make the shulker summon in that direction. So for example, if I wanted to like open F3 right now and I just walked forward just to see what coordinate gets updated, you can see that my X value is going up by 1 as I walk forward. And yeah, you just want to do that and find out which coordinate to update, and you would just put that in here. And then likewise, this is going to be different. So this one is searching for a delay of 2, which is east, I believe, and east would correspond to 1 on the x-axis. This one is searching for -1 on the z-axis because it's a delay of 1, which is north. And you know, you just do likewise for all 4 directions, and then your platform should be able to correspond with your 4 different directions. And just to demonstrate one last time, I'll show you me switching the TARDIS back to east, to south, to west, and back to north. And now I guess I'll just demonstrate how that corresponds with the platform. What we can do is head over here and summon our platform, and the platform should also be facing north. As you can see, the platform's facing the exact same direction as the TARDIS, and this will change as we change the TARDIS's direction. So if we come in here and we want to set our direction to east, for example, and then we would need to turn off and back on the platform, but if we head outside, it should. Yes, it has. So now the platform is facing this way to correspond with the TARDIS. So if we switch that out again to south, it's now facing this way. So yeah, this has been my TARDIS landing directions feature. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all can find some neat ways to apply this feature and have a lot of fun with it. But yeah, that's about all. I have been Tbo2. Be sure to subscribe, to follow my Instagram, Tbo2it, to follow my Twitter, which is also Tbo2it, to join my Discord, and lastly, to have a nice day. Goodbye.